everyone, so today's video is about Hallows End in World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore though. Everything about this Hallows End event is also relevant in Classic era servers as well. So Hallows End is an event that's going to go on from October the 18th right the way until Halloween itself at the end of October. So during the event, there's plenty of different things that you can do and some really cool buffs that you can get as well. So first things first, when you go to any of the inns in Azeroth, you're going to notice that you'll be able to select to trick or treat with an innkeeper. If you do that, if you get tricked, you're going to either get a short debuff that turns you into a frog or a snake or kitten. The thing here though is if you get the short one, you can't just dismiss it with a click. It remains in place for its duration. So when you're on hardcore, you're going to have to be careful when you select it. Don't accidentally select it in like a danger situation, because you're going to be stuck and you're not going to be able to do anything while you've got the duration. Sometimes it's only like 10 seconds, but sometimes it can be like a minute or two. The other trick option is that you might get put into a costume for an hour. That one can be dismissed though, so don't worry. If you get turned into a skeleton, you're not going to be stuck as a skeleton for a whole hour. So if you get a treat though, you're going to get a treat bag that's going to give you some candy. So the candy is really cool because it actually restores 3% of your health and mana for 25 seconds. So it's the must remain seated while eating, so it's nothing too spectacular, but it is really, really useful because you can use it at any level and it's a good proportion of health and mana that you're getting back. It's a fast regen food. It's going to definitely save some bag space there. The other thing that you can get is a mask. There's no bonuses. There's nothing good about the mask really, other than it's entertaining. Yeah, the masks are just for fun. You can also get a wand, and the wand allows you to actually turn other people into things and give other people costumes. Now, also in the inn is bobbing for apples. This is actually a really useful one for you. So you can bob for apples, and when you do that, you'll receive 5 bobbing apples. Now, the bobbing apples restore 2% of your health per second while you're eating, but then they also going to give you 10. They're also going to give you a well-fed buff that you're going to get stamina and spirit. The amount of stamina and spirit that you get is going to scale with your level. So next up is the pumpkin bag. So the pumpkin bag is 16 slots and it's a world drop. So any creature level 50 or above can drop the 16 slot bag. It is bind on pickup, so you can't trade it, you can't send it to your alts or anything like that, unfortunately. But it's not unique. So if you happen to be AoE grinding, then you might even get more than one and you'll be able to equip them. Really, really useful. So next up then is your quests. I won't go into all of the orphan quests, but basically it's just going and getting candy for children. Quite a nice one to do, but I wouldn't go out of your way or take any risks in order to do so. Although, yeah, they are orphans, I suppose. Now, the pranking quest is the area where the Horde are going to get a bit of an advantage, especially on hardcore here. So as Horde, you're going to go to South Shore and you're going to throw some stink bombs and rotten eggs around. And then as Alliance, you're going to go also to South Shore and you're going to put air fresheners around to, try and offset some of the horrible Horde smells. Now, as of the time of recording right now, we don't actually know how the crashing the Wickerman Festival is going to work. At least on hardcore, it's a PvP quest, and it's asking you to go and check out the Wickerman Festival and find out what those Horde are up to. So the big thing is that the Wickerman ceremony, itself actually gives you a buff. If you're Horde, it's really simple. You pop along, it's right next to Undercity. You just go along and you're going to a certain time of day. Is 8 o'clock server time. So you're just going to go along. witness the speech and all of the role playing, and then once the Wickerman himself has been burnt, you can click on a pile of ash and you're going to get a buff called the Invocation of the Wickerman. Now, the Invocation of the Wickerman actually gives you a 20%, 25% increase in your health, mana, and your stamina regeneration. Now, this buff is going to be available all night for you to go and pick up whenever you feel like it. So as Alliance, unfortunately, is a little bit more of a complex feat to go and get. The Wickerman is guarded by level 60 elite guards, and so you need to actually kill one of the Wickerman guardians that are by the FG, and they're going to drop, and they're going to allow you to loot the buff. So this is going to be super dangerous for a number of reasons on hardcore. I guess it's up, like if you're in a raid, if you're going somewhere in a raid, then it could definitely be a good idea. But if you're just looking, if you're just like a level 40 looking for a buff to help you level, then I'm probably not going to bother going there if I'm honest. So yeah, this buff, Invocation of the Wickerman, fantastic for Horde, but really on hardcore it's quite risky for Alliance, and myself, I'm probably not going to be going after that one. So that's all the key points for Hallows End on Classic and Hardcore covered. As I said, I did miss out all of the Orphan quests, but if you go into your capital city, if you go into Stormwind or Orgrimmar, you'll be able to pick those up, and they're relatively straightforward to follow along with. I hope you found that helpful, and if you if you go after the buff yourself, or if you find out anything if you find out anything about how we're actually going to handle the PvP flagging on hardcore, then I would love it if you let me know in comments. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.